Some say I'm the voice, give my people hope. I'm the chosen one, some say I'm the GOAT. This that Holy Ghost, don't you overdose. This that living legend, hands around your fucking throat. Get it? I am a menace, I am the end and the fucking beginning. It ain't no question about who was the realest. Niggas are gimmicks, they gotta be kidding. Follow my lead and I'll show you the way. I am believing.
So, I decided to come in here and make a video because I haven't been able to go live. Due to my schedule right now, I'm busy as hell. Some of y'all know that. But I did want to come in here and just talk about some things, a couple of different approaches that I'm going to be trying to take. And one is with these holidays that Black people have to celebrate, no matter what, no matter the history. So I didn't want to come in here and do history because it's been very clear. And anybody that does this shit know that Black people don't care much about history, care much about their history, care much about what they're celebrating. And regardless of the fact that today is going to be a day where people, Black people in particular, celebrate the slaughter of people who look like them, doesn't seem to matter to Black people. So, I'm not going to sit here and go through the history of Thanksgiving again. If you've been watching my videos, you know I've done that before. I've talked about the history. People talk about the history. You got memes about the history. You can actually Google up the history, the actual history, and you'll see exactly what you're celebrating. But I know that Black people don't care about that. So instead, I'm here to challenge Black people um, to start being about more. If you're going to celebrate these holidays, if you just can't help yourself, I understand that people, this is the only time they get to see their families and things like that. If you must be a part of the celebration, the would-be celebration, then I'm going to ask that we do a little bit more. Now, if you grew up in a household similar to myself and have family similar to mine, what we did on Thanksgiving was, everybody goes and gets food. The people that can cook, contribute, and everybody gets together. You say grace, and everybody eats. Very simple process of eating the food for Thanksgiving. What I believe and what I think that we should do more so is educate during these feasts. I've been to not just my household, I've had the opportunity to share Thanksgiving meals with other families, and it's the same across the board. You're praying and you're eating. That's it. And then you chill for a little while, you eat some more. And then come the pies, and the food good as hell. Now, I'm not about to sit here and act like the food nasty. I won't do y'all like that. Now, it's killing us, literally killing us, the way that we eat and don't exercise and don't do better all year. I can see if Thanksgiving was a day that we kind of just went ham for this day, but we go ham all goddamn year. No pun intended for the going ham, because the ham is there. I never liked ham like that, but either way, we doing this shit all year long. This food is leading to us um, getting heart disease and having diabetes. So I think we should be, doing better throughout the year, and just kind of, if you're gonna have the Thanksgiving feast, it should be something that's kind of extra. Like, this is the time where I'm kind of eating that's not so healthy, or whatever like that. But I do believe that. But no matter what household I went into, that's all everybody was doing, was praying to their fake ass Jesus, thinking their fake ass God, and then we just eating. And everybody get their plates to take home. You eat some more tomorrow, and eat some more day after that too, depending on how much your family cook. Um, I do believe that there should be a time of education during these feasts, um, a time of where you do talk about the history of people who look like you. Because the only reason I'm saying that is because you'll have arguments that people will try to make that we weren't native to this land, we weren't Native American, we're not indigenous. I don't give a fuck. Wherever you're from, people that look like you, and this is why I'm using that, people the same hue as you, were murdered, or committed acts of genocide, rape, land stolen from them by the colonizers. This is reality. Now, I didn't learn any of this at any Thanksgiving feast I've ever been to. I've never seen where families actually deal with this. By and large, black people just praying and eating and getting high too. I know we're getting high a little bit. They're getting drunk and doing all this stuff. But we're not really dealing with you get stories that your elders in your family gonna tell. Everybody gonna kiki laugh and stuff like that. But we're not having any real history being taught in the homes. And the history isn't enough to convict black people to not celebrate, nor is the constant support and funding of the idea of white supremacy and the concept of white supremacy. This stuff isn't dealt with, and it should be dealt with. There's no reason that children shouldn't be getting these lessons before they eat. Again, everybody doing that prayer thing, but I think we should be moving towards, if you must celebrate, then let's bring some reality into the celebration as well. That's what's not happening. Let's get some real shit going on. Especially if this is the time where you have your black family together. This is a perfect time to be building, not just on fuckery and bullshit and food. It's a time that you can actually be building. It's a time you can actually be educating the minds of not only the children in your family, but a lot of the grown folk. Because most, y'all know I'm 99% black folk don't have the knowledge, don't have the concern, could give a fuck less about anything as far as the history is concerned, because we are more interested in entertainment, more interested into being pleased, more interested into temporary gratifications. That's more what we're into, and that idea, that mentality needs to change amongst black people. So I'm not going to do no whole lot of history, but the history should be taught and given to your children. At least care about that during Thanksgiving while you're eating. That's something that you could do. And I was thinking about this the other day as to how we frame this as a would-be happy Thanksgiving. We say the word happy Thanksgiving. And, to me, it's impossible to say that this Thanksgiving will be happy considering the environment that we live in. Now, most people are going to be, they're going to act oblivious to the environment. They're going to make excuses for the environment being what it is. We're dealing with institutional racism. And, I guess what I'll say is, how can you be happy? It's almost like, black folk running around talking about living their best life in a system of, racism, institutional racism. It's a form of escapism. And I think the same thing about, Merry Christmas. Like, what's so goddamn merry about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people right now, even with the Thanksgiving feast that we're going to have, we throw away more food than we consume in this country. Now, I haven't checked the worldwide, but I know in America 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up, Incorporated, we throw away more food than we consume, and there are people starving all over the world. I don't, happy, it's, to me, it's extra as fuck. I don't see how people are that happy in the system of white supremacy. I understand that to me, it's a form of escapism, and black people don't really want to deal with what we're facing out here and on a pretty much daily basis. We don't really want to deal with that. So, this fake joyous season that we have here in the wintertime that they kind of push as this little joyous season where you're going to have your Thanksgiving. Then we're going to be doing Black Friday regardless of how stupid that is. We'll be doing Black Friday, and then we'll go into doing Christmas as well. And Christmas will be merry as well. And I think that just using that terminology alone, it's not framing the reality of your existence that you experience it on every single day. Now, I'm not saying you're supposed to walk around fucking depressed, but you're supposed to be a little bit mad every day. And I'm not saying being mad at the person that you love or that you call yourself love. I'm not talking about anger there. I'm talking about you're supposed to be a little bit mad at the situation that is surrounding you that you experience on a daily basis. I don't see how Thanksgiving can be happy, considering the mass incarceration of our people, the brutalization of our people, the murder of our people at the hands of the cops. 3Ks don't get this shit fucked up, and they're getting off, by and large, they're getting off with murder of our people and filling these prisons up with us. I don't understand what Happy, and I just thought about this the other day. I don't understand what we're talking about. I don't understand what we're saying when we say Happy Thanksgiving or Merry. I don't understand what the fuck we're talking about. Not if you are black and I would say on this planet, really. You're supposed to be a little bit mad on a pretty much daily basis when you see how the system, when you understand how the system is set up and how it works. I'm not saying it should affect your overall happiness. You don't got to walk around with your head down or nothing like that. But this fake, this fake form of escapism that we use, that we paint up as happiness, I feel like that should be changed. Happy Thanksgiving. It's just Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna do happy nothing with nobody. I'm done with happy, merry, anything, which I don't celebrate this shit anyway. I know a lot of y'all eating right now. Y'all in the process of eating as we speak. But I'm not gonna do happy Thanksgiving with motherfuckers. I won't do that because it's not. It wasn't spawned from any happy event, and our reality isn't happy on a daily basis. So I'm not about to take a day and just say, well, happy this and merry that. And no, I'm not doing that with these motherfuckers. I won't do it. And a lot of people look at that as negative. A lot of people look at that as crazy. A lot of people will look at anybody that's sharing any information today about the history that they're negative. So we have people who look at the truth as negativity. Look at the truth as somebody trying to block their fun, trying to block their celebration, trying to block their would-be joy on the occasions. That's not what's going on. It's about knowing the truth, understanding the truth, and being able to teach the truth to your children. They're still insulting us on a pretty much, especially with school. They're insulting when they paint these pilgrims up as, these kind, nice people, and they have these depictions of pilgrims and Native Americans sitting together and vibing and chilling. That's not what it is. And our kids shouldn't even be able to be miseducated in that light, in that way, at the hands of this public school system. Our kids shouldn't be able to be miseducated that way. That's our job to come in and educate them properly. It didn't go like this, baby. It didn't go like this. This is how it really went. And the fact that they're continuing to send home these little goddamn pictures, or that they're having, kids will color little pictures of pilgrims and shit like that. No. We got to cut that shit off at the house. It starts with us. Everything does. And that's really all I'm calling for black people to do on this, during this would-be holiday season, is we got to infuse more truth into our gatherings. If you're, I understand, again, you got to see your family, but we have to infuse more truth into these gatherings. Or it's a waste of time. You're just praying and eating. You're praying to this, you're praying to this God and Jesus shit, and you're just eating food. And I think that when we gather, if this is the only time you see your family, then we should be gathering about more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be about more than just being, pseudo happy, or, trying to live your supposed best life and all that shit. Like, no. We got to use these opportunities that we have our families together to educate, to liberate the minds. And it doesn't matter if it makes people uncomfortable. I'm sure it will make people uncomfortable, but that doesn't matter at this point. Because if living in this system, that the way this system is set up, if institutional racism isn't making y'all uncomfortable, then, getting a little truth shouldn't make y'all this mad. And now black people are furious with the truth. We're very angry with the truth, the reality of what this existence is. But we're not so mad about the system of institutional racism, the way it's been set up. We're not that angry about that. We're angry about hearing about it, learning about it. That angers us more than the actuality of it. That's the system that we're living in this country. And black people are being oppressed all over the world. That doesn't make us angry. Somebody coming to tell you about the system of institutional racism makes us more upset than the actual system. That needs to change. And if we're going to have our families get together this way, we need to be talking about the truth. We need to be telling them what's really going on, if not for ourselves, at least for our children, so they understand what's going on out here, because we're not preparing them at all. We continue to fail our children on a daily basis, and especially during this holiday, any holidays, we're continuing to fail our children by not telling them the truth and making sure that they understand the system that they're in. Um, but you know, that's really all I wanted to say. I wanted to come here and talk to y'all about that, and you know, hopefully, I know this message will not be met with, open arms, if you will. But I want to take a different angle with Black folk. I'm trying a couple different approaches to because I see where we are mentally. I see where we are as a people, and I want to try a couple of different angles to take at Black people about these holidays that we are going to continue to celebrate in large number, in droves. Black Friday, y'all gonna be up in the morning to do that. So I just I want us to change the atmosphere in which we're over the food. I want to change that atmosphere um, to where it's more about liberation of the mind, where it's more about telling the truth, even if you want to eat the food. I'm tired of, I ain't going to keep telling y'all not to eat the food because y'all going to do it anyway. Okay, eat the food. Got it. But the atmosphere can be controlled. The atmosphere needs to be changed. And if not for us, for our children, so they understand what's going on out here because we're not preparing them properly. It should be about Black love. You should be talking about the history, even though y'all don't want to hear the history from me. We need to be talking about the history to our children and to the other grown people who may not know the history. But that should be, as opposed to it being required that we pray, well, it should be now, it should start being required that we talk about what the fuck happened here and what has happened since then that led us to right now. The requirements that we have aren't sufficient to me. Because all the requirement is that somebody pray, and that's the atmosphere. It's a religious undertone there as you celebrating the slaughter of people who look like you, as you celebrating the beginning of you being pushed into a system of slavery, and post that the system of Jim Crow, post that the new Jim Crow, post that redlining and all this stuff. That origin that origin story that y'all eating over right now, it has had so many ramifications for you and your people, to where us to continue not to discuss these things is very, very problematic. Very, very problematic. But I'm not going to continue to preach to y'all. I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. Everybody is, safe. We have to change this atmosphere, though. The atmosphere that's around these holidays. We need to become, if you're going to get your family together, y'all need to be clicking up mentally on some liberation shit, on some revolutionary shit. That's what we need to be. That's what we need to be pushing towards. And I know I can't control that. I can't snap my fingers and make it happen on no Thanos shit. I wish I had that power, but I don't. But I can at least try to appeal to the sensibility of Black people who I know y'all gonna eat. But again, it needs to be more about praying and eating. It needs to be more. It needs to be about more than just praying and eating, because we're not getting anything from that. The gatherings we have need to be in power. And right now, it's in a whole bunch of slave shit. A whole lot of mental slave shit. Where we're not doing this and we feel like this is going to be a downer for the event. And we need to change that mentality. Ain't no such thing as happy Thanksgiving. There's no such thing. It didn't start that way, and it's not that way now. I know that tradition trumps everything that we learn. Tradition it just overshadows everything. But we have to change that. That's our responsibility. The white man is mama. They not gonna do it for us. They don't give a fuck about what's going on. They don't care. We have to change that for ourselves. We have to care about that for ourselves. That's all the fuck I want to say. Mad love, y'all. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all follow me on social media. Links in the description box. I'm gonna get back on here and go live at some point, y'all. But again, I've been very, 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 very busy. Just maneuvering, and the time that I do get is not a time that somebody would, you know, necessarily go live. So we're gonna get it back right. But for right now, y'all, hopefully y'all spread this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. I'm actually gonna put this video up on my live channel too, since I haven't been able to make a video there. I'll put it up on both my channels. But please subscribe to both channels and spread the word. Let everybody know what's going on here. We are doing Black love. We're doing love for oneself, love for the truth, because that's what we're gonna change the climate on the truth. Love for the truth and practical Black consciousness. That's what we're doing over here. All right. Mad love, y'all. Shout out Team Rob yet again. I'm out.